Peace. This is RahilHuguley, aka Rahil. Welcome to Into the View, and here is the review of Benny the Butcher's new album, Burden of Proof. Now, this album, dope. I already knew it was gonna be fire. Benny the Butcher also rolls with Griselda. Again, I just did a review on Conway's album. And before I begin any of this, let me just clear up. I mixed up Conway's song with Freddie Gibbs on his album with this song that Freddie Gibbs did on this album, on Benny the Butcher's album. So I definitely want to apologize for that. I love that song, Benny the Butcher song, so much. I got it mixed up and I was just listening to it prior to doing the Conway review. So I mixed those songs up. Freddie Gibbs is on both of those albums. And again, I want to apologize for that. So moving forward, new album, Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof, production by Hit Boy. If you know about Hit Boy, he's done so many artists' albums, and he's on fire right now. Of course, he did Nas's album, which I'll be doing a review on pretty soon. And along with, who's who of rap, you just go down the list. But anyway, Benny the Butcher, he has been a monumental member of Griselda's movement, West Side Gun and Conway the Machine, and many fans want to compare all three of them. Conway had the better verse, or Benny had the better verse, or West Side Gun was dope or better, which is cool, it kind of gets fans engaged and stuff. But Benny the Butcher has always tried to set himself apart. No matter what song he's on, no matter who he's on, he goes hard. And he's gonna go hard. And when he starts every verse with "the butcher coming, nigga," so or you like that ad-lib, that he's about to go hard. So anyway, Burden of Proof, man, album is dope. He had a song, I'm going to say this, I started off like this. He had a song on, I think Plugs I Met, called 97 Hove, or something like that. Well, he sounds like 97 Jay-Z, like from 1997. And the first song, Burden of Proof, man, when I heard it, I'm like, where's Jay-Z at? Because that beat, man, like, Hit Boy really took it back to that 97, 98, 99 era where you had Beanie Siegel and State Property. It was like one of those type of beats. And, man, Benny, he just comes out just killing it. And he sounds like vintage Jay-Z. He's doing his own style and all that, but he just sounds like him talking his hustler talk. And that's what you'll get a lot from Benny the Butcher. He reminiscing on his hustling days. And so anyway, this song, man, the beat, it comes in with the boom, 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 doom, doom. I can't describe it. It just has like the organs. Sound like something like Just Blaze would have produced or something like that. Like it's crazy. But Hit Boy, he did his thing on that beat, man. He really took it back. And how you know that they knew that song sounded like something Jay-Z would have done? At the end of it, he has a little, Dominican dude sitting there talking, just like Jay-Z had at the beginning of his early albums, where the guy comes in and says, I reloaded. And then, but at the end of his song, Benny the Butcher song, he does this rant and talk. This guy does this rant and talk. And then at the end, he goes, I reloaded. Pow, pow, pow. You hear gunshot. And so they were like, yo, this is a calling card to Jay-Z, because Benny's been vying for Jay-Z to get on a track with him. Jay-Z has yet to bite. So, he did that, I think, as a means to say, hey, yo, I'm on that level now. Like, you need to come mess with me. And, maybe one day he and Jay-Z will do a collaboration if they haven't done one already and we just don't know about it. Anyway, track number 2, Where Would I Go, featuring Rick Ross. I would say this song is cool. I like how the beat, it starts off it's like filtered, and then it builds up and then comes in and just keeps building up. Hit Boy just keeps building this beat up, beating this beat up. But Benny starts off with like just rapping, no hook or anything, just rapping over the filter, and then the beat just builds up, and he's killing it, man. It was cool. Like Rick Ross was okay on it. You know, he kind of, to me, almost sounded like he melded in, man. You know, he kind of, you know, simplify his styles, real simple. You know, $100 in a lot. That's how you hear. So it was, I mean, it was okay with him, but I could have used Benny on 2 verses. I didn't need Rick Ross. Like Rick Ross could have been on a hook or something. I don't know, but I didn't need him on the track like that. So anyway, cool track. It's going to number 3. Number 3, Sly Green. It's high energy. It's a hardcore beat, and Sly Green, Benny's just ripping it to shreds. It's a solid track. You know, it's cool. Not a standout for me, but I do like that it's a little bit more up tempo for him, and he's showing like, yo, I can shred through these beats. And so it's a cool track. Just, you know, him talking about hustling and things of that sort. Going to track number 4, One Way Flight. Now, this is the song. It has a soulful loop, classic breakbeat that drops in, and Freddie Gibbs is on this song. And this is just a song that I talked about on Conway's review, where Benny's, Freddie Gibbs' hook was so funny to me, because he's like telling the girl, would you rather choose a Toyota or a Maybach, you know? Are you going to cry in your Toyota or cry in your Maybach? Because he's talking about cheating on this girl or whatever, or just messing around with other women. So it's pretty funny, man. But dope song, man. And it's funny because Freddie Gibbs wasn't intended on rapping on it, but he raps on it anyway and kills it. So One Way Flight, dope song. Definitely a standout for me. Next track, Famous. Famous is probably one of my favorite songs on there, because its beat is hardcore, drum pattern is crazy. It has like a live feel at a certain point. You know, and he's talking about like he got all these cars, he got all these other things, and he still don't feel famous. Like he's made all types of money. You know, he's done his thing, but he still don't feel famous yet. You know, so it's kind of it's a switch up on content for him. A little bit, you know, and I just like the concept of that. It's like, man, I've hustled, I've done all these things, I've made all this money, I got all these houses, I got cars, I did everything, and I still don't feel famous yet, man. I ain't made it yet. So that means he still carries a certain level of humbleness about it. You know, he's made it. He's, you know, he's financially, he's cool, all that stuff. He's making waves in the music industry, and he's made his waves in the street and all that, but he still don't feel like he made it yet, which means he's always going to have that hunger to keep coming and bringing just heat, bringing bars and making great, you know, music and doing big stuff. So cool song. I like it. It's a standout for me as well. Next track, Timeless. This was the first single I think he put out. Timeless. Man, Hit Boy, man. Like whenever I think like Hit Boy reached a certain level, he just takes it up another level with his beats, man, with his production. And this oh my gosh, man, this track's stupid, man. Timeless features Lil Wayne and Big Sean. Benny comes in first, and he slaughters this track, man. He slaughters it. Then you got Lil Wayne that comes in, and Lil Wayne just spazzes. He sounds like, hey, man, somebody took my lean cup away and my drugs away and everything. And he just sounds so clear, so focused, and like as if he's just like he don't even sound like he from New Orleans, man. He sounds like he from New York, from one of the boroughs or something, the way he's spitting, man. But he's going off, man. He's going off on there. And then you got Big Sean cleaning it up. And if you listen to Big Sean's recent album and his mind state of where he's at right now, because I guess he went through a lot of stuff going on, you know, depression and a bunch of other stuff, but he kind of pours that out on this track. But he's wordplay, wordsmith. And he's, to me, silently one of the best in terms of this generation, in terms of just patterns and cadences and wordplay for a mainstream artist like Big Sean. But Big Sean, he kills it. He kills this track too, man. And he has some really heartfelt like little lyrics in there, man. And you're like, dang, yeah. So it's timeless, bro. This song is, yeah, it's timeless, bro. It's timeless. Like I'll keep playing this over and over. Like if I want to work out, like this is the song you want to play to work out to. So timeless might be. I'll wait. I'll say it might be my favorite song on here, but I'll keep going. Next song, New Streets, called New Streets. Soulful loop, dope, man. Oh, man. Dope track, man. Benny, he's skating over it. He's dropping gems on there. And he talks about how, like, his losses has helped him to gain. So sometimes you got to lose in order to learn a lesson in order to gain later on. And so the moral of this whole song is that's basically it, man. He kind of drops at it quite a bit throughout it, which was different because I was like, some songs you might hear him drop a gem here and there, but he was really dropping a lot more. It sounds like maturity's there. So he's speaking from wisdom. So yeah, he says in a line, he says, loss has taught me more than win. He said, loss has taught me more than my wins. He said, you got to lose the game. So his losses taught him more than his wins. That's pretty mature. You know what I mean? So yeah, that song is dope. Love that. Next track, Over the Limit. It has like this 80s feel, like the beginning of Miami Vice or something like that when you hear the beat. It has like a 80s vibe synth, right? It's up tempo. Sounds like something like the beginning of I don't know. I'm trying to think of probably an 80s show or something like that. Like I don't know, a cop show or something like that. But it's dope. He's kind of telling a story about hustling. I mean, the beat is intense, man. And Dom Kennedy is on the hook. Dom Kennedy, if you don't know who he is, he's a West Coast artist. And I'm wondering if they were out west in California as they were recording this, because Dom Kennedy shows up on the hook. So if you like Dom Kennedy, check out some of his music. His music is pretty dope too. I'll listen to some of his stuff. So that track was cool. Next one is Trade It All. Trade It All. He talks about how he would just trade it all if he could get his dudes back who got killed. His intro to the verses, man, yeah, it's dope. Yo, yeah, his intro to like the first verse is dope, man. He's like, what he say? I'm a product of the. Oh yeah, I'm a product of the block I lived, and the Pox, Nas's, and Biggs. Like his intro, and that's the cool thing about Griselda, man. A lot of their intros to their verses, like their first lines, are always dope, man. They always catch you. You know what I mean? And that, like, when you can do that, then everything else from there is smooth sailing as far as rap. So, like for rap artists to do songs, your opening line has to be like something that's going to catch everybody. And so Benny does that. And I hope I didn't do it justice saying it, but I had to quote it because of I thought it was dope. It's like, I'm a product of the block I lived, and the Pox, Nas's, and Big. It's like, yo, it's crazy. So, yeah, but he just talks about how he just wish he, all the people he lost, he would trade it all to have them back, man. And so, it's a heartfelt song. I think it's something a little different for him, to hear that. So that's one thing I can say, man. Like Griselda, man, they really wear their experiences on their sleeves. So you're gonna hear their experiences and feel their experiences. You know what I mean? So dope joint. Next one, thank God I made it. The sample chops are dope. The drum roll is crazy. It's an introspective kind of track by Benny. and Queen Naja is on the hook. So if you know who Queen Naja is, she's a singer, R&B singer, and yeah, her first, I think her first major song I really liked. Like, it was really good. I liked it. But anyway, she's singing on the hook. It's not bad. I think it's pretty good song, but it's like another more introspective track. So it's like the latter half of the album was more introspective, a little bit more heartfelt, as opposed to the first half, which was a lot more just more of talking about hustling and things of that sort. But then the last track, he's like, okay, yeah, I'm shedding some tears a little bit. I'm getting in my emotions a little bit. But then the last track, War Paint, Griselda, brrr, boom, 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 boom. Got your boy Griselda team on there, Westside Gun, Conway. Yeah, Benny goes in, Westside on the hook, and Conway, he kills it and just cleans it up. Hit Boy, I would say this. Hit Boy did Hit Boy. That's what I would say about the track, the beat. The beat is solid. It's not your typical Griselda that you used to. Like when you want to hear Griselda, usually with them together, the beat's gonna slow all the way down. You're gonna have some crazy piano. But you don't get that here. Hit Boy just did Hit Boy. He did a hit. I mean, the song is dope. The beat is dope. It's a little different for them. And then that closes the album out. So at the end of all of it, man, I know a lot of people have been raving about this album being like, oh man, this is probably Benny's the best album and album of the year and all that stuff. I wouldn't say it's album of the year, but I will say this. I will say, man, this is probably one of his best sounding albums because he had one producer on it, and who just produced it all throughout. It's probably one of his most like complete sounding albums. Because Hit Boy gives him a variety of tracks, but still. It's still like it's not a samey sameness to it, but it's cohesion. I would say use that word, cohesive. But still, my favorite album, my favorite project he's done is The Plugs I Met. So I compare like with this, listening to this, I don't want to. I know he's this is treating this as an official album. But I don't want to compare it to his old stuff, but I can't help but to do it because I love The Plugs I Met so much. And Tana Talk 3 that he did. I love The Plugs I Met. Like to me, that the bar for that, he raised the bar so high with that project. Like whatever he does after that, to me, in my mind, it has to kind of supersede that. And I just felt like this album, it was there. It was about there. It was about there, but I don't know, I will say this: the first song on here, "Burden of Proof," the first track on here, could have fit on The Plugs I Met. So my thing is, if Hit Boy would have gave him a bunch of tracks that almost sounded similar to that, "Burden of Proof," the first track, this could have been a classic. I don't think this is a classic, but I liked it though. I liked it, and I'm gonna continue to go back and listen to it. Because I'm a huge fan of Benny the Butcher. So, with that said, I'm going to give him 3.5 claps. So, 1, 2, 3. And I want to say shout out to Benny the Butcher and Hit Boy for putting together some great music, especially during this COVID time. And Griselda, I can't wait to see what you all do next. Benny, I can't wait to see what you do next because I know this is probably leading up to another album that you plan on doing. So, looking forward to it. And thanks for everybody for tuning in. Everybody who's tuned in so far to my other reviews, thank you so much. I'm seeing that people are viewing it, and if you can, like it, share it, comment down below because I do comment with people back and forth. So I'm a fan of music, and that's why I'm doing this, because I love music and I want to do album reviews. So if you do have an album that you want me to review, put it down in the comments below, and I'll do a review on that. Besides that, take care. Peace.